This is a story about two forensic experts. Expert A has 20 years of experience, a PE, testified in 100 plus cases and does brilliant technical work. Expert B has 20 years of experience, a PE, testified in 100 plus cases and does brilliant technical work. But Expert A gets 2 to 3 inbound inquiries per month from attorneys and potential clients who found them online. Expert B gets none. The difference, Expert A is visible on LinkedIn. And here's what's wild. Expert A spends 30 minutes a week on LinkedIn. And they're not creating videos, not writing articles, just two simple activities they do that make them visible when potential clients are looking. I'm going to show you exactly what they do, why you can start today with zero fear of saying or doing something wrong. You see, here's what busy experts get wrong about LinkedIn. You think the question is, what should I post? And that's the wrong question. The right question is, how do I stay visible to potential clients when they're actively looking for experts without it becoming a second job? And here's the answer most people miss. You don't need to be a content creator. You need to be a conversation participant. The clients who hire you are already on LinkedIn. They're already posting. They're already asking questions. What should I look for in a trucking case with EDR data? Who can help me understand this building envelope issue? How do I preserve digital evidence properly? They're asking questions in these areas right now, and they're asking them publicly. And when you answer them thoughtfully, helpfully, briefly, two things happen. One, you appear in front of their entire network. Thousands of other potential clients see your name and headline. Two, you demonstrate expertise when they're already paying attention. You didn't create content, you just helped somebody. That's the entire game. Here's the system. 2 moves, that's it. Move 1, the strategic comment. It takes about 10 minutes, 3 times a week. You're going to open LinkedIn. You're going to find 3 to 5 posts from potential clients in your field asking questions or making comments about something. We don't want to look for posts from other experts. We want to look for posts from potential clients. Then we use a 4-part formula. First, we acknowledge. We show that we understand their situation or what they're speaking about. 2, we add an insight, something they may not have considered. 3, we want to stay humble, use often, typically, or worth considering, not always, or you must. 4, we offer to help. We ask for a call to action. Happy to discuss if helpful. I wrote an article at this on our website. Here's the link. So what would this look like in practice? Let's say an attorney posts, working on a building envelope case. Owner replaced the roof, but water intrusion continues. What am I missing? Your comment would be, water intrusion cases can be tricky because the entry point isn't always obvious. Depending on the building type, we often find the issue is window flashing, deck penetrations, or cladding details, not the roof itself. A systematic investigation usually identifies it. Happy to chat about your specific situation if helpful. That's 40 seconds to type, and you just demonstrated expertise to that attorney and their entire network. And you showed a willingness to help, a willingness to be available. You didn't solve their case, you were helpful, you opened a door. Move 2 is the weekly pattern post. So this addresses any concerns you may have about client confidentiality or concerns about a client realizing something you're commenting on could be about a particular case that you're working on with them. Instead of talking about something that's happening on a case you're working on, you're going to talk about patterns that you see. So once a week, we're going to share one pattern you're seeing. And you don't have to say it like this, but what we're trying to relay is, here's a pattern I'm noticing across multiple cases. That's the idea. Here's an example formula you could use. Working on number of type of cases recently. One pattern, there's your observation. Not every case is the same, but worth being aware of if you're working on type of litigation or type of case. So for example, I've been on 3 commercial vehicle collision reconstructions in the past month. Pattern I'm seeing, EDR data is being preserved, but telematics data from the fleet management system is being overlooked. Both matter, worth flagging early in discovery. That's it, 4 sentences. Now, if we add a picture, we're going to supercharge that post even more. That picture could be of a conference badge. It could be a picture of you. It could be a picture of your equipment. It could be a picture of the location that you're at. Now, if we put both of those steps together, what are we actually looking at here? We're looking at a time investment of about 35 minutes a week, 10 minutes 3 times a week, let's say, for commenting on other people's posts, and 5 minutes once a week to make one of your own. Here's why this works when everything else feels overwhelming. It's not creating, it's documenting. You're not making up content, you're sharing what you already see. You're already noticing patterns, you're already reading attorney questions, you're already talking to clients and forming opinions, you're just typing them out now. It positions you as helpful, not salesy. When a client reads your comment helping someone else, they think this person knows their stuff and they're generous with their knowledge. That's positioning, that's credibility. It also works while you sleep. That comment on Monday is still in that client's feed on Wednesday. It's still searchable on Google in 6 months. You invest 2 minutes, it works for much longer. It compounds over time. Week 1, a few people see your comments. Week 8, clients start recognizing your name. Week 12, you get a connection request. We're working on a case and saw your comments on building envelope issues. Do you have time for a call? I receive messages like that all the time. And here's one of the best parts for an expert, that it's really hard to say the wrong thing if you follow the formula, because you're not diagnosing their case, you're being thoughtfully helpful. Depending on the specifics, worth considering, often we see, happy to discuss, you're appropriately cautious, you're opening a conversation, not closing it. You're doing what you already do in client calls, being helpful without over-promising. Look, let's bring this home. You became an expert because you care about getting the technical details right, about helping attorneys understand complex problems, about serving clients, about sound science. LinkedIn isn't about becoming someone you're not. It's about making sure the clients who need your expertise can actually find you. Right now, there's a client 3 states away Googling your expertise area, looking for an expert witness. Your profile shows up. It looks credible, but the last activity was 8 months ago. And they move on. They don't know you're busy. They don't know you're good. They just know you look inactive. 35 minutes a week can solve this. Comment on attorney posts when you have 10 minutes. Use the formula. Be helpful. Post 1 pattern post per week when you're thinking about your cases anyway. 4 sentences. That's it. No video, no graphics, no pressure, no gimmicks. Just credibility, just visibility, just helpfulness. Your clients and potential clients are already asking questions. You just need to be there and meet them to answer them where they're at. So go be visible, be helpful, and be found.